let's talk about surface cleaner attachments, how they can help you clean more efficiently, and why so many people love them. Surface cleaners are designed to clean large, flat surfaces. So if you have a lot of flat work, like a parking lot or a lot of sidewalks that you're cleaning, a surface cleaner is a great tool to use. And they come in different sizes. This one in front of me happens to be a 20-inch surface cleaner. They can be 24 inches, they can be 54 inches, and they could even be as small as 12 inches. So lots of different shapes and sizes. They have different materials. This one here in the picture behind me is a metal surface cleaner deck. And you can see it has two large wheels in the back and a little caster in the front. This surface cleaner in front of me is designed to actually just hover. The pressure of the water keeps this surface cleaner hovering. You can get caster attachments for this surface cleaner, but I found that they're just not really needed. Underneath the surface cleaner, the thing that makes it work so efficiently is its spinning bar, okay? Every surface cleaner is going to have a spinning bar, and usually they'll have 2 nozzles. Sometimes they'll have 4. Sometimes instead of a straight bar, you'll have like a Y-shaped bar, or it's divided into thirds. However it's designed, you're gonna have angled nozzles here on the bottom, and the nozzles are gonna spin around rapidly when you put water through your surface cleaner, and they're going to allow you to clean a much larger area in one pass as you're cleaning. So you move this thing along and it's going to clean an area, in this case, that's approximately 24 inches. It's probably closer to 23 though, because as you can see, it doesn't go all the way to the edge. There's some gap, and that's the case with any surface cleaner. So when you're cleaning with the surface cleaner, you want to watch the edge, because you don't necessarily want to overlap your passes, because you'll get like a clean stripe down the middle or a bit that's extra clean. It's actually better if you can't line it up with the edge of your last pass. It's actually better to leave a little bit of a dirt stripe and wash that away with your wand later, because you're gonna have an easier time cleaning up that dirty stripe than you will trying to blend in an extra clean stripe. So I've actually seen people put like a little piece of tape or even just mark with their finger. If this thing's used on a few different jobs, it's probably gonna get a little dusty, which is fine. Tools get dusty, but they'll just put a little mark in the dust where the edge of the spinner is, so that they can line that up with the pass. And as you use this thing, you'll just intuitively know, you'll get better with it, and you'll know where the edges are. Some things that you need to look out for: sometimes when you're using a surface cleaner, you might hit like a rock or something that's really heavy, and these things can get bent. If they get bent, the surface cleaner is no longer going to be balanced, and you're going to feel vibrations when you're pushing it down the path or whatever. When you have vibrations, not only are you not cleaning consistently, you're going to get funny marks, but also this caster here is going to become unbalanced. If you happen to bend one of these, they're relatively easy and inexpensive to fix. Just unscrew it, screw the new one in, you're good to go, out the door. We carry them here at Powerwash.com for a variety of different surface cleaner models. If this caster needs to be replaced, we have these too, but they are a little bit more pricey. So fix it. If you happen to hit a rock, everybody does it at least once in their time using a surface cleaner. It happens. But take good care of this machine and it'll last you for years. One question I get a lot is, hey, that thing's made of plastic. How strong can a tool be if it's made of plastic? And I always tell people it's not made of plastic, it's ABS. And ABS, sure, it's plastic, but it's the same kind of plastic that Legos are made out of. So this is a very solid built surface cleaner. Another great advantage of using surface cleaners is that they're much more efficient, because you can see here I have a 24-inch cleaning deck. I'm able to clean 24 inches at a time as I'm moving around with this surface cleaner. It's going to clean a 24-inch path as I'm walking, and I can just make straight up and down stripes all across the parking lot, the driveway, the sidewalk, the pool deck, the patio, whatever it is I happen to be cleaning. Just back and forth, get it done, and nothing flat. The final benefit of a surface cleaner is, of course, reduced fatigue. You're able to work more efficiently, move faster, and do less work, because this machine is going to do the work for you. So you're going to get more jobs done during the day, and when the day is done, you're going to be able to go to your family and have more energy to spend doing the things you love.
Why choose Powerwash.com? Well, did you know we were founded over 50 years ago by the Hinderleiter family, and we're still owned and operated by the pioneers in this space. Our vision since day one has been to empower an industry to help DIY, contract, and professional cleaners succeed. Well, how do we do that? That's through wonderful equipment, amazing supplies, world-class service, and wonderful, amazing training from our Power Wash Academy. All those things combined together to make us unique in the industry and to help you succeed. So how do you get those resources? It's simple. Reach out to us at info@powerwash.com or call us 1-800-433-2113. Our service account representatives have been doing this for a very long time, and they're here to help you answer your questions, get you what you need, stay within your budget, but most importantly, we're here to help you succeed.
When you're using a surface cleaner, you need to move at a constant speed. First of all, when you start a surface cleaner, when you go to pull the trigger, you want to see that this thing's already moving. You don't want to start it in one place, because it's going to etch a big old circle if you leave it in one place too long. So you want to keep it moving. But one thing that I sometimes see is it'll be moving so quick and you get these like swirly zebra looking stripes across the concrete. If you see that, you're going too fast. You need to slow it down. And on that note, an important thing to understand about surface cleaners is that bigger is not always better. Typically, you want to think about 1 gallon per 4 inches. So what that means is a 5 gallon per minute machine can run a 20-inch surface cleaner, because 1 gallon for every 4 inches. If you want to run a 24-inch surface cleaner, you're gonna need a bigger machine, like an 8 gallon per minute or larger. And I realized you could probably get away with a 6 gallon per minute for that. But I recommend always just jumping up to an 8 from a 5 anyway. So what happens when people have a machine that's just not strong enough is they find themselves just crawling along at a snail's pace. And that's not good. You need to have a pressure washer that can back up this machine. Another tip that I always recommend is make sure, now this surface cleaner comes with nozzles, but if you ever need to replace them, make sure that you get nozzles that are dialed into the right pressure. Whatever your desired pressure happens to be, you always want to divide that nozzle size in half. So say you have a 4 gallon per minute pressure washer and your desired pressure is 4,000 PSI, probably more than you would need for a surface cleaner. That would be a number 4 nozzle at the wand, but in a surface cleaner, since we have 2 nozzles, we divide that by 2 and we would have 2 number 2 nozzles to achieve the same results of 4 gallons per minute at 4,000 PSI. And I only use that because that's an easy number to remember. If you get too high PSI on a surface cleaner like this, it can sometimes just float up. And if your surface cleaner is floating like this, you've got way too much pressure. dial it back. Use a larger orifice size so that you're not flying. You want to hover just a little bit, take the fatigue off your hands, but you don't want to fly. This is not a drone. So if you're confused about nozzle size, we actually have two great tools on our website. We have a nozzle calculator, okay? So you can put in your flow rate of your machine, so if it's a 5 gallon per minute machine, and your desired PSI. And for most concrete applications, anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 PSI is usually great. You don't want to go too big because you might etch the concrete. You don't want to go too small because you might not have the cleaning power that you want. But you can use the nozzle calculator on our website. You can also use our nozzle chart. So scroll down to the bottom of the website, look for resources, you'll see a nozzle calculator and a nozzle chart. Another thing that you want to think about when you're surface cleaning is making sure your nozzles are at the proper height. Some surface cleaners have adjustable height nozzles, but if your surface cleaner does have the ability to adjust the height of the nozzles, you want to make sure that those are also dialed in so that you get a consistent, even pressure and consistent clean. When you're using a surface cleaner, you want to be sure to pre-treat the concrete. And we have some great chemicals here at Powerwash.com that you could use for that. We've got our R202 concrete cleaner, which is great for removing oils and greases that you might find around fuel stations. We have our D&B 1430 powerhouse degreaser that's really good at fuel stations and hydraulic fluid and those types of stains. We also have our Clearly Clean Extreme, which was designed for grease that you might find around a restaurant or a loading dock or in a dumpster area. So ask us about one of those cleaners, pre-treat your concrete, hit it with a surface cleaner, come back and smooth out the little stripes with the wand, and you're going to be golden. So a surface cleaner is going to give you even and consistent results, and it's also going to be way more efficient. So you're going to be able to do a better job in less time and move on to the other things that you need to do in your day. So if you have any questions about surface cleaners, give us a call, 1-800-433-2113. We're happy to answer your questions and get you the surface cleaner that's right for you.